Hello, this is Pixel Freak, and today I'm talking about a game called Contra Evolution. This game came out on Android today. It's been out on iOS now for a little while, but this is a remake of the original Contra game by Konami. As a matter of fact, the majority of the rights here still are owned by Konami. The game's just been developed by a separate development studio. On the surface, this looks like a complete remake of the original NES version that many of us fell in love with so many years ago and are completely nostalgic for today. Unfortunately, aside from the new sound effects and graphics, the nostalgia is really gonna end for you there, and all the other changes are negative ones. For instance, the purchase price of this game is 99 cents, which seems at first as if it's a pretty low price, but once you get into the game, this game's got two currencies. It's not like other paid games with in-app purchases where there's a single currency that you're working towards and then you can unlock things. No, they've given you two different currencies, one that it takes a while to earn, which is the diamonds, and then one that's a little bit easier to earn, which is the coins. Now with the coins, you can buy extra guns for a new slot that you were given in this game where even if you get hit, you can always go to your expendable ammo slot and start using up those guns. Those guns can have new ammo replenished through your coins, and so you'll always have cool guns on you at any given time. And while I admit that's kind of a cool feature, aside from that, the coins really don't have a lot of purpose. All the additional benefits in the game, like extra lives at the start, or if you want to buy the extra characters, those require diamonds. And so the diamonds unlock all the cool things in the game, unless you play through the game, but that's difficult enough to do without buying extra lives. So the dilemma here is that this game has a monetization model that's of questionable ethics. If it was a free game, I think I would give it a pass. It wouldn't be that big of a deal. And I really don't mind in-app purchases for most paid games because usually the in-app purchases in those games are completely optional. Here they feel a little bit more forced and they're pushed on you a little bit more, I think, to the point where this is entering that unethical area where I felt a little bit ripped off that I had paid for a game that now I'm being asked to pay more for. On top of that, as far as the gameplay is concerned, I really disliked the way the controls worked, and I think that that's just going to be inherent for what Contra is. Many platform games just don't work with virtual controls on a smart device, being a tablet or a phone. And I should also add that most tablets aren't compatible, if any tablets are compatible, with this game. It's been phones only. Now, tablets might be a little bit better because of the bigger screen, more real estate, and bigger buttons, but we won't really know because for some reason the game is locked out of tablets. To add insult to injury, the game's also not compatible with any known controllers on Android, and I'd really like to see that compatibility brought to this game just simply because it's a platform game and it's Contra. You totally need a controller for Contra. Finally, in my long list of complaints for this game comes the permissions. Now, I'm not going to pretend as though I totally understand what all the permissions are doing in the game, but this one has a long list of things it desires to do with your device that I can't quite explain. Like the ability to turn on and off your Wi-Fi, to analyze your Wi-Fi signal, check for access to system storage, and go through your contacts list. Anywhere in the game that I've gone that I've tried to access features that would use these permissions, I couldn't find anything. Now that may just be because these features are above me and I don't completely understand the development side of Android, but to me this just seems a little bit shady, and I really think that they should either explain themselves why they need these permissions, or they should just cut them out of the manifest file. Now, aside from all of these negative things that I found with the game, the one redeeming factor that I did find here was that there's some nostalgia that is touched when you play a revamped version of Contra. A few of us out there have really been looking forward to a complete remake of this game, and while this one's going to play with those heartstrings, it does strike a little bit of a reminiscing chord as you're going through the levels and kind of re-exploring the past of platformer video games, and remember those days when you were 10 years old in footy pajamas on a Saturday morning. Unfortunately for Contra, the cons way outweighed the pros with this one, and any nostalgic reminiscence that you can possibly conjure up is going to be completely demolished by the barrage of in-app purchases, poor gameplay controls, and just unsmooth gameplay overall. For that reason, when I'm adding all these things up, smashing them together, I'm coming up with a Pixel Freak score of 63 pixels out of 100. So what is the one NES game that you would like to see remade on Android with new graphics and polished new gameplay? Leave that comment in the comments section. Make sure to like this video as well, subscribe to the channel, and until next time, this has been Pixel Freak.